Hey, you guys. Okay, oh my gosh, I look really crazy. I came outside because Mason's sleeping on the couch. I'm just going to go through and tag some people. I'm going to wait for some people to hop on. I was literally just talking to, one of my friends in the business. And I just felt like this conversation just needs to be, like, I just want to give this perspective to you. I like to, if I have like a tip or something that I think that other people will benefit from, I just like to come on here and share it. And I think it will just offer some perspective for you guys. Maybe if you're looking to promote, or you're working, or you're pushing for a promotion, this will just give you a really an idea of like what your options are if you're looking to promote. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna, sorry, I can't see the screen yet. Or the comments yet. I'm just tagging some people. There we go. Okay, so I was just talking to a distributor on our team, and we were just talking. We're talking, like, we're just strategizing. We're talking about volume. We're talking about, oh, I can see people waving. Okay, I'm gonna wave. Hold on, ADD. Hello. Sorry, I look super crazy right now. It's fine. I look like a blood orange with my spray tan. I was joking, looking at myself on the Zoom. I was like, wow. Don't worry though. Once I shower, it will dim down. I promise. It's just like that. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta stay inside, right? Okay. Anyways, here we go. So, I was talking to a distributor about, we were just strategizing, talking about, where her team is at, where she wants to go, whatever. And you guys, I think it's all, like, when we break down this business, in order to promote, we need two things. We need volume and we need distributors, right? So customers and distributors. And that is how we grow our business. And one thing I want to say is, whenever, like, I don't care what stage you're at your business, at some point you're going to have a time where you hit a wall, right? Like, you're going to have a time where you feel like, okay, I need something new in my team. I need, like, we need either more volume or just more energy or whatever it is. Like, that's just going to happen in business, and it's not just going to happen one time. It's going to happen throughout your organization always, because that's just the business. Okay. But in this situation, she was like, they need volume, right? She needs people. They were talking about volume, whatever. And so I was like, okay, well, when it comes down to it, sometimes, and I'm not saying, I know whoever's we're talking to, I'm not saying this to you. I'm just saying this because this is such a good point that everybody needs to hear. And some people might feel this way, but whenever this happens, sometimes, like, you guys, I've had volume, dips in my organization. I've shared with you guys before, like, we promoted to double diamond in 4 months. I lost it for like 5 months after that. Like, I went back down to diamond. Well, I had to rebuild up basically a team that, like, fell apart. And it's easy sometimes to be so overwhelmed with, like, what to do when you need volume. Like, it's so easy to focus on what's not there. So for example, if you have a diamond chart, or an emerald chart, or a double diamond chart, and 25% of those people are working, you guys, first of all, that's super normal. Not everybody on your chart is going to work. But it's easy to focus on, like, what's not there. Like, it's easy to focus on the people aren't working, because in your mind, you're like, I'm just trying to get to this goal. So if I could have this, part working, like, obviously it would just make it, like, easier. Like, you guys, we've all at some point thought like that. And it's easy sometimes to direct our attention to that. But at the end of the day, if you need volume, there's really, like, 3 things it can come from. One is having a team that is enrolling, right? So is your team enrolling customers and distributors? Okay. So how do you allow that to happen as a leader? And I don't care, like, diamond is not a leadership rank. Like, you are a leader if one person has trusted you to sign up with you. Whoa. Hold on. Freaks me out. You are a leader if one person has trusted to sign up with you. And so what are you doing to the best of your abilities allow enrollments to happen within your organization? Now, we already know that we can't force people. We already know that we can't drag people. If somebody's not going to work, they're not going to work. Literally, all you can do is inspire people. So a tip that I heard very early on in my business, can you guys hear me okay? Can you put in the comments if you can hear me? A tip that I found early on in my business is, 80% of my time needs to go working my business, 20% goes to my team. So in that 20%, you guys, like, literally, out of the 100% of the time that I have to work my business. So if I have all these pockets in my life, business, being a mom, working our other business, going out, like whatever, right? Out of the time that I have towards it works, 80% of my time goes to my business and 20% goes to my team. So that's why, like, I don't immediately answer my team every single second of every single day. I'm not in the chats because what I'm doing is I'm spending 80% of my time focusing that I'm bringing in that enrollment. So and again, I know the person that I'm talking to, she does enroll. So I'm not trying to say that you don't, like, she definitely enrolls. But what I'm saying is a lot of people will focus on the lack of volume as their team. So 80% of my time, I can control what I do. I can't control what my team does. And to be honest with you, this is just a weird time of year. Like, I don't think there's a slow season. Dude, my spray tan looks so stupid. Okay, that's better. Sorry. Here, I'm just going to prop this up. Everyone's going to think I'm talking to myself, but I don't care. Okay, there we go. Hold on. I hope this doesn't fall. Whoopsie daisies. Hold on. Hold the phone. Whoa. Okay. Hopefully this is going to work. What was I just talking about? I said she was enrolling. Oh yeah. You're not going to see me in the chats because I'm working my business. Okay. I'm enrolling. I can't control what the people on my chart do. At the end I was saying weird season. Okay. This is a weird season. So I don't think there's a slow season because I promoted it, people promote right now, like it's not, but at the end of the day, like it's still summer wrapping up, people are getting their kids back to school, but I'm going to tell you what starts to happen. Christmas time, people get freaked out because they don't have money. New Year's resolutions, they want to get thinner, they want to get healthier. You got the solution to these problems. And so, although we are in a time right now where it feels like we're not harvesting, you're planting. Right? That's why they call it boom season, because you're planting. And I know a lot of the leaders on my team, they saw boom season last year. That's when we were promoting like crazy. Every month there was like a couple diamonds going because that's boom season. So the opposite is going to be right now. Right? And so for one, get really distracted. So part of the way to bring there's only 3 ways that you're really going to bring volume in when we think about it. Having a team that enrolls. So as a leader, how do we ensure that when we can't control people is what I'm trying to get at. We can't control what they do. We can't motivate. You guys, you can tag your team and shit all day, but at the end of the day, if they're not going to do it, they're not going to do it. Okay? So what can you do to best help that is take 20% of your time. And I want you guys to allow systems in place to help your team. So things that I do, I record training videos. So if somebody asks me a question, I don't have to have a full 45-minute conversation with, tens, then hundreds, then thousands of people. I did something one time and now I use it as training. That's smart. If you find yourself doing a one-on-one Zoom every day with people and they take 45 minutes, like you guys, if I do one-on-one Zooms, they are like 20 minutes max. Okay, I don't sit and talk and the thing too, you guys, like that to allow duplication in your organization, if they see you doing that the whole time, people are going to think, well, I can't do that. I don't have the time to sit and train people for an hour. So it's going to halt them from wanting to be that leader. Right? And so giving them simple systems. So, what the things that I like to do is I like to create full scripts, full conversations. So I'll be like, hey, okay, post this. If someone responds, you're going to message them this. Whatever they say back, then you're going to say this. Whatever they say, then you're going to say this. And if anything differs from that conversation, screenshot it to me. And so what you get starting to happen is the people that want to work will just start doing it because sometimes they just don't even know what to do. And I have to reteach myself this sometimes where you guys, I'm on level 20 or 15 or whatever, some of you guys, we're on level 15. We've been in for a bit. We've gone through the chapters, but your people may still be on chapter 1. And so when you bring it back down and you're like, okay, this is literally just how we have a conversation. It allows the people that are willing to work to get results. Okay. So the first part is again, 80-20, 80% your team, nope, scratch that. 80% your business, 20% your team. Okay? Now the second way, let's say you're in a boost to get volume, okay? You're trying to promote, you're trying to maintain through these months, whatever. Perk points, that is legit an income producing activity. If you go into your e-suite and you've been around for 3 months and the people on your team have been around for 3 months, okay, you have a report for your customers your personally enrolled perk points. Start there. You know what I'm saying? Go through those. How am I wording this to people? Well, we already know if they have 20 perk points, that's $20 on free product. So we don't get BV from perk points, but we get the difference. So if someone had $20, you guys, I used to literally, not even just through my personally enrolled, I used to go through my tree viewer and I would find each customer. Like I would go to tree viewer, click show loyal customer, and go down each box in the promotion that I needed. And I would go to like their distributor, click their customers, and I would just reach out. I didn't even tell my team to do it. At the end of the day, my team doesn't care to get me to diamond. You know, my team doesn't care to get me to ambassador. You know, like they're here for them. And so whenever I needed that volume push, I went through and I did those perk points. And so just to give you guys a tip how I reach out to people, because obviously I'm texting people that I didn't enroll. So I would go to their eSuite, I would find, like I would write down their name, how much they had, and then their phone number. And I would text them and I would just be like, hey, name, you know, my name is Jackie. I'm, you know, you're somehow within my It Works organization. I was just running a report and I saw that you had $20 of perk points to spend this month. In the past, you've ordered Thermophyte X and the cleanse, and I say what they've ordered so they know I'm legit. And then I just say, you know, is there anything that I can help you with? Like, I want to help you get these, you know, this product credit while it's sitting in your account this month, or whatever, you know, and then you're reaching out to these people, and then you get volume that way, right? That's volume, right? Now, the third way, and this is the most powerful way, okay? So we already talked about, like, we want volume for ourselves. So we're already putting in that 80%. Now, this is one more thing, you guys, again, and I'm definitely not talking to the person right now that I was talking to, because she enrolls, like, she's a boss. But I'm talking to somebody else, not somebody else, other people. There's no person specific, but I'm talking to other people. I have people that tell me, I really want this and I really need this income. But it's like, okay, but you're not even posting. You're not even messaging. You're not even doing host to post. So why the hell would your team? Like, the day that somebody outworks me, like, I mean, I have people outwork me on my team all the time, but that is because I've set a standard. Like, I show them, like, what it, you know, and because I'm confident to say, like, I'm a boss. I enroll bosses. So if you're trying to complain about not having a boss team, be that boss first, and you'll attract people like you that will also do the same things. But don't sit and complain about volume if you're not even messaging or doing income producing activities. And then if you're like, well, I want it, but I don't know what to do, honestly, just go to YouTube. YouTube was like, I literally learned everything on YouTube, literally on Jade Hooper's channel. That's where I learned everything. So go back and learn that, you know? Okay, so we've talked about us bringing in that volume. We've talked about running perk points. We've talked about teaching our team how to enroll volume and not telling them. Go to them. Make it about them. Okay, I just want to touch one more thing on this. Make it about them. Reach out to them individually. Hey girl, you know, I don't know if you're interested, like, in having an extra income for Christmas, but I'm going to help a few girls on our team go Ruby. That averages $500 a month. You know, I'm going to work one-on-one with you to do this from social media. Could you use that? Text them that individually. Are some of them going to ignore you? Yes. Even if they all ignore you, who cares? There's 7 billion people in the world. Like, that's why I have a hard time when people come to me saying, like, oh, it's just not going right, things aren't happening. It's like, literally, there's so many things you can do about it. Like, there's an unlimited amount of people out there for you to go talk to. So the more time that you spend being upset about it, which, don't get me wrong, this person, again, comes to me, like, she comes to me when she has, like, upset or feeling something, which this is what I'm here for. She takes 5 minutes and then she goes back out and kill it. And I know that's what she does. Like, I know that's what she does, but, like, don't allow yourself to be more than that. Take it a day to a week to a month now that you're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, because it's not allowing you to attract that, like, good to your business. You know, it's not allowing you to, like, bring in the people and the energy that's needed to actually change it. But there's so unlimited amount of people. Okay, last thing we're going to talk about. This is the best way. If you feel like your team is dropping in volume, you're feeling like you just need some new spice, and, like, sometimes the first thing we want to do is go into management mode, take the people that got us to diamond, right? Rally around the 14 people or whatever it is, 20 whatever people, and you're like, okay, we're trying to go double. You're going to go emerald. You're going to go diamond. We're all just going to do this thing together. Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of what you naturally want to do, and, like, lead these people, and, like, I don't want to use the word manage, because we're definitely not managing people. Like, people don't come here to get managed, but you're trying to, like, you know, bring them in. Dude, the answer is new blood. Okay, so I asked her, how many distributors do you enroll a month? And she says about 4. So I gave this example. You know, was helping a girl go Ruby last month, and we needed to get her Ruby. We need to get her Ruby. And so we were both stacking people to get her Ruby, and there was 17 distributors stacked under one person to go Ruby. Because guess what? Out of the 17 people that I enrolled, not a lot of them are going to work. I literally look at, if 20 people enroll, 4 to 5 of them work. So you guys, 4 distributors is still awesome. Our steps to success say to enroll 3. Amber Parker, as a top distributor enroller, top income earner, only does her steps to success, once or twice a month. So yes, you can get to the top by doing that. But what I'm saying is, if you quickly want, to grow this income quickly and change the course of your team, the answer is new blood. 100%. And so in times, and again, I have gone through this in my business, especially, hi boss, come here. Okay. Especially when, whenever we went double diamond and then that whole leg canceled, like literally it was devastating. And I was like so discouraged, but I was like, I just have to get new people in. So my intense focus went to enrolling new blood. So what does that look like? That looks like I'm doing opportunity calls, right? I'm calling people. Like, if you really want new blood in your business, don't just sit there and make posts about it. And I'm not saying this girl does. I'm speaking to the masses right now. People aren't going to join your team because you make a post about it once. I'm sorry. Okay? People are not going to join your team if you're not consistent. People are not going to join your team if you are not showing them every single day that you are serious about your business. And I could sit here and list off 10 things for you about how to sign distributors, but in all honesty, what you're going to need to do is go to YouTube, find a leader that you relate with, and watch all of their training videos on how to post for distributors, how to attract them. And then on top of that, you got to grow your network, right? Like, you could have the best posts all day to 200 people, but at the end of the day, out of those 200 people, how many are going to sign with you? Right? How many are going to sign with you right now? Like, it's about 10xing whatever your goal is. This is the 10x rule by Grant Cardone. We talked about this on the Zoom with Brittany tonight. Whatever your goal is, I want you to shoot 10 times further than that. So if you need, 10 distributors to go diamond, well, look to go enroll 100. And that may seem so crazy, but you guys, we are in the business of, this is the business of recruiting. Like, you can sit and enroll customers and make a good paycheck, sure. But if you want to get to that, 10,000 a mark, I'm telling you, it's coming from bringing new people in. I enroll a lot of distributors and not all of them figure it out, but a lot of them do. Like, some of them do, And so that is truly, if your team feels like it's falling apart or whatever, new blood. That is the answer. New fire. That's what it is. It's stacking. And that's why you see a lot of people get into a position like this and leave to go to another company. They think that they'll be able to talk one time to the masses and say, oh my gosh, everybody come over here. And they'll take a couple stragglers with them that weren't doing well anyways. But then at the end of the day, in order to keep growing, you still need to do that at every single place you go to. Now, the answer is, if you're not a mass enroller, you need to make sure that your team knows how to enroll distributors. So what that may look like for you is opportunity calls with your team, or try-it parties for your team, or three-way calls for your team. You have to either you be bringing it in or allow duplication, but honestly, the best way to do it is do both of those together. Like, that is why you will see us make, like, we were top earners as doubles because of bonuses and cabs, because we've personally brought in these people. So these are really the only ways that we can focus to bring in volume. Complaining about it won't, which I know that she wasn't. So I'm again speaking to the masters, but complaining about it won't, because I know I see a lot of it in the chat, and it's like, what good is this doing? Like, how is that productive for your business, sitting here talking about it? Like, all you're doing is bringing that more in. Literally, you have to just go out and be solutions minded. And if I was pushing for a promotion right now, I would be doing all those things. I'd be getting with my team in that 20%, creating systems. Now, you guys don't feel like you have to go create this whole team page and systems. Like, I have the systems in place. Use what I have, tweak it, whatever you want, but just like, we have things here, but allow your team to run through them, reach out to them, do power hours with your team. Are you doing power hours with your team? Right? Like, that's huge. Then go through your perk points, right? Go to these perk points and reach out to every single person in your organization. I mean, that's only one-time volume though, right? So unless you do that every single month, but keep that in mind. And then new blood. If you're if you are not enrolling your steps to success every month, you guys, again, there's going to be some months where you hit over or hit under. Ow. That's probably why your business and your paycheck isn't growing at the rate that you'd want it to. Even in slow seasons, whatever, I'm in chats, like sideline chats, where people will straight up say like, yeah, like our volume dropped, but we got like a $4,000 raise because I just focused on caps. I just focused on bonuses. You have the power, but it literally comes down to you doing it. So I hope that helped you guys. Yeah, I hope that helped you guys. All right, see you guys later. Bye.